What I think is happening is I think there are fake people on the payroll. I think that paychecks are getting sent to people who do not really exist.
All right, you guys. So a week before Charlie lost his life, he expressed some concerns about the finances at Turning Point USA.
Erika Kirk is reportedly in full panic mode right now because Turning Point USA donors have started asking for their money back. Some of them are even openly saying they think she scammed them. And when a political group that is built on loyalty suddenly has supporters asking, "Where did my money actually go?" that is when things get really uncomfortable. And this situation didn't just come out of nowhere at all.
So that's a major issue, right? And that's where I started realizing a lot of this money in these nonprofit organizations are going in and out.
According to several sources, TPUSA was quietly being looked at over its finances. Not too long ago, people in political circles were whispering that something just didn't make sense. Then, all of a sudden, the issue seemed to vanish. A lot of people believe Erika's connection to Trump may have helped make that happen. Remember, Erika and Trump go way back. Before everything else, she was a pageant contestant and even won Miss Arizona, and Trump owned those pageants at the time. So when people say she has powerful connections, that isn't just gossip. And now that Charlie is gone, those connections matter more than ever. Once he died, money started moving fast. Questions began popping up online about Turning Point USA's finances. Candace Owens, along with other big voices, told donors they should start asking for refunds. And yes, some small donors actually did. They really asked for their money back, which is pretty shocking for a group like TPUSA that usually has extremely loyal supporters. But people were uneasy. Since Charlie's death, TPUSA has taken in millions of dollars. A lot of that money came from anonymous donors, meaning nobody really knows who gave what. And when huge amounts of money come in without names attached, people start feeling nervous. At the same time, Erika was also collecting money. Since Charlie was killed, she has received nearly $10 million through donations and fundraisers. That does not include book money, media deals, or other payouts tied to Charlie's name and brand. On top of that, Charlie had a life insurance policy that likely paid out around $10 million to Erika and the kids. Then there's the house. Their Arizona home was sold earlier this year for $5.25 million. After paying off the $3.25 million mortgage, that left about $2 million in cash. So just from the house sale, the insurance money, and public donations, Erika is already sitting on a massive amount of money. The biggest fundraiser came from Tucker Carlson's nicotine pouch brand, ALP, which raised about $5.4 million on GiveSendGo, with ALP itself putting in about $1 million of that. Other groups like Friends of the Kirk Family, Liberty Memes Foundation, and even Glenn Beck's 9 to 12 project added more money on top. Meanwhile, Charlie's salary at TPUSA was around $390,000 in his final year, and people close to him said the board had to push him to even accept that much. He wasn't trying to cash out. Now Erika is the CEO, and people already expect her to earn the same or even more. Honestly, it will probably be higher because from everything people have seen, she doesn't operate the way Charlie did. On top of that, she now controls Charlie's for-profit businesses like Resolute Media Group and Charlie Kirk LLC, which handled consulting work. So she didn't just inherit grief. She inherited an entire business empire. This is where donors start feeling uneasy, because now they're asking, if Erika already has millions from donations, insurance, the house, and these companies, what exactly is TPUSA still collecting money for? Some donors are now saying they feel tricked. Online, people are speculating that Erika may have been handling money on her own, possibly even moving some of it offshore. Nothing has been proven, but that's what people are whispering, especially because everything feels so secretive. And let's be honest, Erika's past isn't exactly spotless. Before Charlie died, most people barely knew who she was. Now people are finding out she lied about never dating, claims she started a foundation at just 17, which may be possible but still raises eyebrows, and has been carefully building an image for years that doesn't always match the facts.
I believe that we all have angels in our lives, and these are my little angels. from Antonio Placement Center in Constantia, Romania. Our goal with the Romanian Angels Project was to show these children the true American heart during the holiday season. And what better way to do that than having our United States military personally deliver the gift?
Since Charlie's death, Erika has been everywhere. TV shows, podcasts, interviews, press tours, almost nonstop. She is always emotional, always crying, and some people online have even accused her of using eye drops to make sure she looks devastated on camera. Whether that's true or not, the fact that people believe it at all shows how little trust she is right now.
Whose idea it was for her to go on this media tour, all it has done is confirm for those of us who were holding on with a smidgen bit of benefit of the doubt that this woman was genuine out the window. We cannot unsee what we...
So now you have donors who feel uncomfortable, an organization that was supposedly being examined for its finances, and a woman at the center who suddenly controls everything. The more people dig, the more they keep asking the same question. Did Erika really just inherit all of this? Or did she figure out a way to turn Charlie's death into a business opportunity? Because right now, many donors feel like they didn't give their money to what they thought they were supporting. And once trust breaks, things usually get messy fast. People keep throwing around the word fraud when talking about Erika. But to understand why donors are panicking, you have to look at how this kind of thing could even happen. Once you see the paths money can take, it starts making sense why people want out of TPUSA. Let's start with marketing, because that's where money can quietly disappear. Social media teams, ads, video crews, public relations, damage control, all of it costs real money. And donors can't really tell if those costs are fair or overpriced. It all just gets labeled as outreach. On top of that, Erika has been pushing merchandise like hats and hoodies. You've seen her handing them out at events. Those costs can be inflated too. Printing, shipping, design, promotion, it all adds up. And people on the outside have no idea what any of it truly costs. Then you have payments going to people inside the circle. Staff, speakers, guests, and people giving talks. For example, Erika's ex-boyfriend, Cat Phillips, has been hosting and speaking at Turning Point USA events. He is now an official TPUSA speaker and even spoke at multiple events honoring Charlie, including one called How to Lead Like Charlie in December 2025. All of that includes speaker fees, travel, hotels, and payment. On paper, it all just looks like normal programming.
Erika Kirk's ex is now the speaker for Turning Point. Cabot Phillips, the editor of the Daily Wire, the outlet that actively had beef with Charlie. The same Daily Wire that went and took over the Charlie Kirk show for a cameo 6 days after he was assassinated. Not only is this guy Erika's ex, but while Erika was dating Cabot, Cabot already knew Charlie.
Then there are vendors connected to people close to leadership, which is the part people usually whisper about. A nonprofit can hire companies for merch, events, printing, tech, travel, and more. Those companies can belong to friends, family members, or people in the inner circle. It isn't illegal by itself, but it's a common way money moves around without being labeled as a paycheck. Then there are housing, security, travel, and admin costs, which quietly drain money. CEO housing, security teams, flights, hotels, drivers, office space, and event setups all get labeled as operations. Some of it is real, sure, but it's also the easiest place to run up huge bills that donors never see clearly explained. So when people online ask, where did the money go? They aren't imagining a vault full of cash. They're imagining all of this. A pile of legal line items that, when added together, can turn donations into very comfortable lifestyles for the people running things. And that's exactly why so many donors feel like something doesn't add up. Because if people donated believing they were supporting Charlie's mission, but that same money is now moving through a very different version of TPUSA with new salaries, new contracts, and new priorities, then yes, it makes sense why people are pulling out.